10 effective tips against sore throat. Contrary to popular belief, sore throat, which is one of the most common problems of fall and winter and can reach an extent that can reduce our quality of life, is not a disease. A symptom of diseases that can cause a burning and scratching sensation in the throat and severe PAR and that can prevent swallowing. Until nearly 2 years ago, viral upper respiratory infections were the most common ailments causing sore throats, while COVID-19 infections ranked first in the epidemic process. Ear, nose and throat specialist Professor Dr. عليك spoke about the rules of protection against bacteria and viruses that cause sore throats and relieve sore throats. Give important warnings. 1. For a lot of water. The most important rule to watch out for against a sore throat is to drink plenty of water. Because the saliva that is lacking in the lack of fluid in the body causes dryness of the throat and thus increase the pain. The professor, Dr. عليك said, moreover, many medications taken to reduce sore throats make the body sweat. 2. Losing more fluid through sweating also increases pain. Drinking plenty of fluids can prevent bacteria and viruses from sticking to the throat. It is also important that you prefer water as a liquid due to the weight loss properties of fruit juices. Squeeze the water and drink it in a sip so that the throat is always wet. 3. Never without a mask. In the COVID-19 pandemic, wearing a mask outside the home is now a must-have. It seems that wearing a mask will be our habit in the coming years, in order to protect ourselves from airborne viral and bacterial infections. 4. The 20-second rule of hand is very important. Especially when you come home from outside, before eating and after using public transport, never forget to wash your hands with soap for at least 20 seconds at frequent intervals. Where there is no soap, make it a habit to use alcohol-based sanitizers, traditional cologne, or other skin-friendly sanitizers. 5. Clean every day. Clean every day. Especially in your work environment, tables, doorknobs, faucet handles, and electrical switches should be sanitized at frequent intervals. Also, do not forget to sanitize your computer keyboard and phones every day. 6. Do not share these items. Again, not using glasses, forks, and spoons together is another important protection method to watch out for to prevent bacteria and virus contamination. 7. Don't touch your mouth and eyes without washing your hands. Against the risk of contamination with bacteria and viruses, do not touch your face, especially your mouth and eyes. 8. Do not enter unless absolutely necessary. Schools, workplaces, public transportation vehicles and all kinds of closed gathering areas or activities also facilitate the transmission of agents that cause sore throats. The professor, Dr. One of the most important ways to protect today from the risks of transmission of viruses and bacteria is not to enter crowded environments unless you have to, says عليك. 9. Do not smoke. Even if there is no infection, only smoking or second-hand exposure to cigarette smoke can irritate the throat and cause pain. Therefore, do not smoke, do not be in smoking environments. 10. Avoid caffeine and alcohol. When complaining of sore throat, you should avoid caffeinated and alcoholic beverages because these drinks cause water to be excreted from the body, which in turn increases sore throat. 11. Beware of vinegar, lemon juice and honey consumption. Does honey relieve sore throat? Does gargling with vinegar help? Does lemon juice relieve sore throat? The professor, Dr. عليك, says that these methods that are widely used in society for sore throats and consuming foods can be beneficial as long as they are not overdone. However, it is inevitable that they threaten health when they are manufactured or consumed in excess. Dr. عليك continues. 12. Apple cider vinegar. Thanks to its acidic composition, it can prevent the spread of bacteria by contributing to the breakdown of mucus in the throat. When your throat hurts, you can use mouthwash for a few days, morning and evening. But beware, when done too much, it can cause gastric mucosal damage, ulceration, and weakening of tooth enamel with ingestion. 13. Lemonade. Lemon juice, which contains vitamin C and antioxidants, increases the resistance to sore throats, and also helps keep the mucous membranes moist by increasing the amount of saliva. However, if lemon juice is drunk every day due to its blood-thinning properties, it can cause bleeding if combined with medications. Again, being acidic can weaken tooth enamel. Therefore, do not consume more than a few days, such as mouthwash with vinegar. 14. Thanks to the immune-boosting substances, such as propolis, in its content, it can slow down the spread of viruses and bacteria that cause infection, up to a local point in the throat, which is contaminated during swallowing. The ginger-honey mixture can give a feeling of relief in the throat. However, excessive consumption of honey can lead to high blood sugar. If you do not have diabetes, but you can take it while you're in pain,